What's up? Today I'm not gonna be doing makeup because I already did. Because I really wanted to do this one TikTok. So, what we're gonna be doing today is I'm gonna be, smoking and just talking. So, just a smoke sesh. So, let's get to it. My room's gonna smell like weed. I have Febreze because my mom doesn't want my room smelling like weed. I would use my window, but there's too much shit in the way. So just to tell y'all more about me. I honestly am not a huge, I don't know if it's just this weed or what, but I don't like it. So I always get my neck. And it kind of gets rid of the flavor. The kind of weed that I'm using is this Hometown Hero. Let me see if get it without a glare. Oh, I forgot I had my red lights on. Okay, let me change those a little bit. It still seems super dark, but it's Hometown Hero. They support veterans, which I really like, but their weed doesn't taste that good. But they do have these taffy. Heaven. I love it. They have sativa, indica, and hybrid, I believe. They have taffies, they have caramels, they have gummies, they have weed. I don't think I've ever been to their site because my mom always buys it, but I don't think I'm gonna be editing this one because I want it to be authentic. And I really honestly shouldn't qualify myself as a stoner. But I kind of am. Because I basically smoke weed every day. Not bud. I don't smoke bud every day. I think I did for like a week. But oh no. Oh no. I'm not going to tell y'all what just happened. Because it's none of your business. But it's not good. It's kind of gross. Shit. Sorry. Okay. I don't want to smoke bud today, actually. So I'm just gonna smoke my cart. Because that weed's really bad. I really don't like it. Other people might. My sister likes it. Me? No. A lot more Febreze. This Febreze smells amazing. It's the Hawaiian Aloha. It smells so good. So, do I? No. I do have. Ooh, I have 2 dogs, and their hair gets everywhere, and it drives me nuts. And there was a piece stuck to my ring light. I did have this from Melee. It's spelled Melee. Meledose. They have gummies, obviously these, but I don't know what happened, but it malfunctioned or something, and the wax got in here, and it just doesn't work. It charges, but nothing comes out except for oil. So eventually I'm going to take the oil out of here and put it in a different oil. It's not oil. It's kind of like wax. So, but I don't call it a dab because it's not. And I have these two little edibles from Meledose. I prefer Hometown Hero. Apparently I don't like gummy edibles. Like, I'll tolerate them, but I prefer taffy because in the taffy, you can't taste the weed. I'm not a huge fan of the taste of weed, but my sister, Jenna, come here. I know she doesn't want to be on camera, but I think I'm kind of feeling out. My room's gonna smell like weed for a week now. I'm making a video. That's my sister for you. I'm not editing this video. Does my room smell like weed?
I could smell it with the door shut.
Yeah. I only took like 2 hits from actual weed, but I don't like the taste of it. But you also don't like to smoke, even though you like the taste of it. She doesn't like being high. She doesn't like the feeling, but she likes the taste of weed.
Anxiety, that's why.
Take your meds.
I do take my meds.
Okay, I guess it's personal preference, but a lot. Ooh. Maybe you should try, I think it's HHC. It gets you high, but it's an anti-anxiety where it gets rid of your anxiety. You should, ooh.
Maybe, because the thing is, like, you know how it makes your heart race?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It feels like, that's what it feels like when my anxiety is really high. So it just feels like I'm really, really anxious.
I have a question for you. Will you ever be in one of my YouTube videos? I'll do your makeup since you don't like the way you look, but you don't. I think this is actually going to be my first video because I'm not going to edit it. Because I don't know.
It's not that I don't like the way I look.
You don't like the way you look. Do you like the way you look?
When I'm crusty.
Don't say anything you're going to regret because this is actually going on YouTube and actually not edited.
That. I'm saying I don't like how I look when I'm crusty.
You're always crusty.
No, I'm not. Like when my hair's a mess and that kind of stuff.
You're always crusty.
I am.
You are too. Just get out.
I am not always crusty.
You're always crusty.
They're not gonna know what the fuck I look like, so stop.
Okay.
I'm not always crusty.
Yes, you is. And crusty isn't that bad. It's normal. It's without makeup and just the home.
I never wear makeup.
Yeah, because you look like a fucking lizard. I'm now gonna have to tell that story. Woohoo! What's the stuff called on your eye?
I don't know. The doctor called it phlebitis, but if you Google that, that's literally like a swollen vein in your leg, so it makes no sense.
Okay.
It's just like dry skin on my eyelids, and it's better.
Can I do your makeup then?
Maybe.
That make a perfect video!
Maybe.
I'm gonna have to clean over there so I can actually smoke some real weed. Even though I don't like the taste of it. I don't know if it's just this weed and because it's old. Like, the weed Dad had that he bought from who he worked with, it that tastes pretty fucking good. But this, it tastes like what's in their gummies. That, the bitter.
Like the taffies.
No, the taffies are good.
No, the other taffies.
Oh, yeah. We got some bad taffies.
Those didn't do anything to me.
They didn't do anything to me either.
It was the other ones.
Yeah.
I might be willing to try that other kind once. If I don't like it, I ain't doing it.
What other kind?
The HHC that you said.
Yeah. I think either Hometown Hero or Melodose or somewhere has to have.
And if I'm in your video, I'm not smoking weed with you, but I might drink.
Okay. So every time I take a hit, you take a shot.
If you want me...
Every time...
No,
Yeah.
That's not what
yeah.
I meant by drink.
Okay, every time I take a hit, you take half a shot.
I meant a drink that tastes good.
So do the sour thing. Amaretto sour?
No, wait till I can get some margarita. I actually might do that. Got a month till I can buy stuff.
She's 20 and she's turning 21 in July. And she has a month till she's legal. I have 4 fucking years, bitch. The world's gonna be done by then.
Listen.
So I have to do the illegal shit now.
I gotta show you the drink that I'm wanting to make for my birthday. It's like one of those things where you mix a whole bunch of stuff. It's like a jungle juice
Why couldn't
thing.
I be the older sibling? I'd be so much better at it. Yeah, I wouldn't be an absolute bitch.
Mom was like, let's have your party at Granny's.
Oh, no.
I was like, she ain't gonna allow alcohol. It's my 21st birthday.
No.
I gotta drink something. Fuck it.
You too. Anyway, that was my sister. Her name is Jenna. My entire family is Jays. My dad's Jason. My mom's Jennifer. Mine, JC. Hers, Jenna. My cousin, Jake. My aunt, who is the mother of that cousin, Judy. Why? And I really do honestly kind of hate my name because, hold on, I smoke my Trinity hemp. If you haven't, this is going to be my first video because it's just going to be easier just to have as the first video. You get to see the real me first. I'm very weird. This is a picture of me and my best friend. And I'm going to turn it every time because there are some pictures in here that my best friend does not like of herself. There's too much shit in the floor. I'm not going to show that, but it's my best friend when she was little. Her name is Isabel. She's so cool. She honestly saved my life because I'm still super depressed and suicidal, but she made it less. And I'm okay. So I'm gonna give you a rundown about my entire life, basically. Well, not really, because I'm not gonna go into detail because I forget everything. And if you see me squinting, it's because I'm not wearing my glasses because they're absolutely horribly dirty. Do you see that? I don't care. So I was born in Illinois, actually. And then when I was about 2 going on 3, I think, we moved to Missouri to a little community named Heartland. That place gives me PTSD. And it's not like anything really bad happened to me there. It's just there's just an off vibe about it. Like I don't know, every time we go, cuz if we go like this way and then we make a few turns and then we go over it's over there. Hold on. And every time I drive down that road, my heart pounds a little faster, and then it calms down, obviously, but it's still it still bothers me. So I lived in that community up until I was 13, 14. Went to school, I mean. But I never really had any actual friends there. About the year that I went to my now school, that year, there was this girl. I don't know why, but I'm kind of salty with her. I still don't know why, but I am. There's gonna be a cord coming around you soon. She was my best friend. My only friend. Like, there was this other girl. She was my best friend when I was little, and she was always my best friend. She always came over, but we kind of had a falling out in like 5th grade. We didn't really have a falling out, honestly. When we were little at recess, she said that, "No, I'm not your friend. We're not friends anymore. I only come over to your house for your sister." I was like, ugh. That was, oof. So yeah. But this other girl, like, there were other, in that, it's such a small community. In my class, let's see, in 6th grade, my class had, okay, so there's 8. In my 6th grade class, there were 8 kids. Let that sink in. Yeah. So, that's a lot. That's not a lot different than normal schools. And then okay, so from that community, it was during COVID when I left, so it was like 13, 14. We left because my mom, my dad, and my sister all got fired in the same week. So we left. My dad got a job at Napide. Not a huge fan of them anymore, but oh well. I used to always love Napide. And when he was working there, I loved it up until like later. My mom, she was gonna get a job. She was trying to get an at-home job, but then she got this really bad kidney disease that is super rare. I don't remember what it's called, of course. It's really long too, but there's an abbreviation. She got that, and she has not worked a day since. Like, a job. She's never worked a job a day since. She's like, cleaned the house and shit, but she's gotten a lot better. But basically what happened with her disease was she. Okay, so it's a kidney disease. I don't know if I already said that, but it's where protein wasn't. Her kidneys were filtering out protein through her urine, and that was just screwing a whole bunch of stuff up. And her body's basically killing her kidneys, kind of. I don't want to anger you guys weird. So, she had that. She still has it, but she's a lot better now, even though she hasn't had like any treatment. She's just rocking it on her own. But she got a whole lot of excess fluid, like bacteria, from that's supposed to be. So basically, she had a lot of. I don't want to say that, but the way it works in my brain, it's kind of like she had a lot of thick, waxy urine, like in her arms. So she swelled up everywhere. It was bad. She couldn't even get in a shower or take a bath. She couldn't go to the bathroom without using like a toilet seat thing. I don't know what you'd call it. It was really rough. She couldn't even she could barely make herself a meal if she did. It was rough. And at that time my sister had moved out of the house and with my granny. So it was me, my dad, and my mom. My dad would work. When he first went to Napide, he started, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, he worked the day shift. Like the morning shift, I guess. So he would, and Napide is an hour away from our house. So he would have to leave here an hour before work started. So he worked the morning shift, which he got up at 4 and came home 11, I think. But then he switched to the day shift, which was from 2 to 10. And he had that till he died. That job worked him hard, and he was a little out of shape, but he right now dead can run miles around me, like work circles around me as he's dead. He could just, I don't know why I did that. I'm sorry. So it worked him really hard, and he already had like joint issues, back issues, stuff like that. And it worked him really hard, and every time he got up, he kind of sounded like me, but mine just because I don't do anything. Every time he stood up, he would get up really slowly, and he would grunt, and you could see he did this thing with his eyes when he was in pain. He did like they closed a little bit. He also did that. Well, I don't know what I'm saying. Oh my god. I'm a little high, if you must know. Anyway, he worked there. It worked him really hard. So he was at work he left here at 1. And he normally got home 10:43. How do I know that? I don't know. Just so I know I would have my shit done by the time he got home, probably. And my mom, she stayed on the couch. And I was basically mom for 3 years. I wasn't very good at it. A 14-year-old, well, I'm 16 now, so that was 3 years. 13 to 14-year-old should not have to be mom. You're not ready. Oh no, my phone is gonna die. Give me a minute. Good thing I have a really long cord. Unnecessarily, because my plug-in's right there and it can reach over here. Anyway, we plugged it in. I will be getting a camera eventually, hopefully this year. But right now I'm just recording on my phone, so if it bothers you that it's this way, I'm sorry. I just want to do something to occupy my time, do something useful. I kind of like doing this. I really enjoy makeup. Get on track. Anyway, so I was mom, and for any like 13, 14, 15-year-old people out there want to have a baby right now, or you're having sex or whatever, don't. I didn't even have a kid, and being a mom was really hard because I did my dad's laundry, I did my mom's laundry, I didn't really do my laundry, and I was going to school. So at school for 8 hours, coming home, having like an hour to yourself, if that, and then yeah, it was rough. And then I switched to my now school, which is where I met my best friend, Isabel, which you'll see in a video eventually, since this is going to be my first. Sorry. Something stuck to my nose ring. I think I got it. That's where I met my best friend. And, I went there, technically, since we got kicked out of there, I came to this one, and I was online for half of 8th grade, and for first semester I was online, and then second semester I was in person. So, and at that school, my mom or dad would drive me to school because they worked right next to the school. But this one is the first time I've ever had to use a bus to get to school. Ugh. It didn't really do well because it was a lot. And we go by this dairy. We have a dairy. We go by a dairy. In the summer, it smells so bad. But the first person to walk up to me from that school was not my best friend. But that was because she didn't go to that school at that time. It was Kiana, my other friend. We're friends off and on, I guess. We don't really talk all that much. I'm getting better at my ghosts. Anyway, and she introduced me to all her friends, which are not really her friends anymore. Sorry, there's a picture of my dad wearing stupid glasses. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, she introduced me to all these people, and I'm still friends with some of them. Not really, because everybody's a two-faced bitch. But so I went to that school, and then like a week later, she showed up. Sorry, there's a picture of her, so I'm gonna be pointing like this when I mean Isabel, best friend. I'm just gonna, and like Kiana did with me, She did the same with Isabel. Just introduce herself. Kiana's a very out there person. She's very, and she's kind of loud. So you have to get used to it. Sorry if you're watching this. Oh God. Ugh. Like I said, with dogs, dog hair. This is a picture of my sister wearing the same glasses. That's not what she looks like right now. I was like 2, maybe 3. Yeah. I'm very blessed, but there's a lot of things that could be better about my life. My parents didn't really, well, I'm not going to say that. Never mind. Sorry if you don't like it when people say, well, never mind. Sorry. I hate when people do that too, but that's too personal, so I'm not going to say that. If you hear like a beeping in the background, I have this robot that doesn't shut the fuck up. If my grandparents see this video, hi. I know I disappointed you. I'm sorry. Get over it. Yeah. And at first, me and my best friend weren't really close. But now, yeah, we are. Yeah. She's not going to be coming over this week, sadly. I would really like it if I was able to see her every week, but her parents are not together, and it's very difficult because their scheduling is so weird. No offense, but it's really weird. I'm not even going to explain it because you aren't going to understand, because I don't even understand, so I wouldn't be able to say it. So, yeah. It's kind of like her mom has her this week, except for Wednesday. Like, it's Monday, mom, Tuesday, mom, Wednesday, dad, Thursday. Okay, so if it's her dad's week, it goes mom, mom, dad, 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 until mom. If it's mom's week, it's mom, mom, dad, mom, mom, until, it's really confusing. I don't even understand. But she doesn't really have all that much time sometimes because her parents like to see her, and her parents get her for half the time they normally would. Like, if they were together, this is the time that they would have with her. All of it. But now, her dad only has this much time with her, and her mom only has this much time with her. So, it makes it kind of hard. But it's okay. I completely understand. Her parents want to see her too, and that's totally okay with me. Just kind of irritate me in the moment, but I get over it. And it does irritate her as well, but she gets over it too. Me and her get along so well, I think, because we kind of have similar backgrounds, even though my parents stay together and hers don't. I don't know. Because she went to a Catholic school, I went to a Christian school. She left in like 6th grade. I left in 6th grade or whatever. So we have very similar backgrounds. We both have severe issues in our brain. She's got more diagnosed than I do. Yeah. Diagnosed. I have depression, anxiety. But I also have a little bit of seasonings, and there is some PTSD from Heartland. Even though it's not that tragic, I know. I don't understand either. But yeah, it's tied along with the anxiety. So, that I have barely any OCD. I always say that. I have a, I have, okay, I don't know what kind of eating disorder it is, which y'all might think, oh, how do you have an eating disorder? You're fat. Thanks. I know. I have an eating disorder because I, okay, so when I wake up, I don't want to eat food because I don't need food. I don't need food. I don't need food. But when I find something I really like and taste good that day, I overeat it. So I have a little bit of both eating disorders, overeating and just not eating. I don't know the technical terms, but yeah. I have ADHD, and this is not just for me saying it. My mom noticed it when I was little, but she didn't want me to be labeled because back then, I just said back then, when I was little, it was a bad thing to have mental disorders, and now it's the thing. So, yeah, that's kind of it. My dad also had depression and shit like that, but he always said it because he's a man. He's supposed to be manly and not feel and bitch, no. Show your true colors, man. Come on. I don't know when I'm gonna end this video because I can talk forever. I think I'd be really good at not FaceTimes, live streams. Should I just look at, I don't think I should look directly into the camera because I'm looking right here. Right there. I'm looking right here. Anyway, yeah. And then I got this year, I got a girlfriend. We're not together anymore, but I got a girlfriend. She was awesome, but she had really, really bad mental issues, and I understand. So we don't really talk much anymore, but we're still friendly. Like, oh, I can't even believe I didn't talk about Daisy. Before we moved, we got a little bitty dog. We didn't move to a different area. We were still in the same house, but when we lived in Heartland, we got a little dog, a little corgi. Name's Daisy May, which my middle name is May, and it was spelled exactly the same. It's not M-A-Y. Everybody always thinks it's M-A-Y. It's that. So her name was Daisy May, and my name was JC May. That's my girl. I actually have a pillow of her face, and I got it for Christmas, and I cried. Mental illness. Yeah. I talked to her about everything because I couldn't talk to my parents because I always got judged and just like, no, you're too young, you don't have any stress, you don't have any problems, basically. So that's what she was for. Sorry, Mom, but honestly, I'm starting to go on this very honest trail where I'm honest with everybody, whether it hurts their feelings or not. And I do say sorry. Sorry, but just to try and help a little bit, but it never does. My family sucks, honestly. It's great, but it also is horrible. Somebody always has issues with somebody else, or like people won't come to a family gathering because this person will be here, or you can't do this at my house because I don't believe in it. Like, It's their life. Get out of it. Like, I understand it's your house, and they don't have to do the things in your house, but on your property, that's not a big deal. People change the way they act around certain people. Like, people in my family change the way that they are to please other people in their family. Family is supposed to be the most accepting of you, but it's not. It's probably the least accepting. Depends on the family for sure. I guarantee you there are great families out there. I'm gonna end this video in a minute, about 5 minutes, because it's 40 minutes long, and I apologize. And I'm actually going to start calling these, like, my tea leaves. I'm gonna be calling them herbs, just for YouTube. I don't know. I think I came up with an outro. I need to come up with an intro. Probably not gonna be a fancy intro, but let's see. Yeah. 4 months ago, my dad passed from a pulmonary embolism, which is a blood clot in his heart. Very traumatic, but I'll explain why I said but later. Never mind. He was home when it happened. It was like 2 a.m. And before that happened, we had a yard fire. My fault. Anyway, I don't care when anybody says it was my fault. Shut up, Vector. It was my fault, basically. It was an accident, but it was still my fault. Like, it can be an accident, of course, but it's always somebody's fault. So there was a Ready Whip can that, it was during the winter-ish, I guess. It was a little colder, dead. There was a Ready Whip can in trash, and so we don't have to pay for trash, we just burn it. So it was my turn to burn it that day, apparently. Since when I do what I'm told, I don't know, but I was told to take trash out, and I did, and I burnt it, came back in the house, and was like, I really need to take a shower. So I got all my stuff in my room, and then on my way to the bathroom, I look out the kitchen window, and I can't see anything except smoke. It's just smoke, and I'm like, what the... Oh, I was taking a shower because I was going to Isabel's. Ironic. Isabel's with my girlfriend. Ex-girlfriend. So, I went outside by myself. Well, I went to my bathroom, set all my stuff down, ran outside, and there was one of these big, foam mats that you kind of see a lot in, like, gyms. It's a foam mat. It's like a puzzle, you just put them together, whatever. I grabbed one that was beating the fire out, and so basically the Ready Whip can exploded and went into a pile of dead weeds, and it spread from our barn to my dad's shed, which are on 2 different sides of the property. It didn't hit any buildings, thank God, but it did hit my dad. So I would run to the barn side, put out that fire, run over to the shed, put that out, and when I got done with the shed, I look back at the barn, and it's fire again. So I go back over there, and I kept doing that for like 30 minutes. Hardest work I've ever done. And I was like, this isn't working. I need to go tell my dad. So I went in the house, and I told him. screamed it, basically. And my sister and my dad came out, and they were putting it out with me. I honestly think I did most of the work because it was my fault, and I was like, no, if all this shit happens and, like, the house burns down and it's all my fault, my dad's gonna kill me. That was kind of my mindset. So I was beating the hell out of this fire. And then I hear, help, I'm on fire, help. I don't know why at the time I thought he was joking. But at the time, I looked over, I chuckled, and I went back to it. Well, no. I thought he was joking about that. So I looked over, I chuckled, I did a double take. I looked over, chuckled, looked back, and then my brain processed, he wasn't standing when I looked. He was on the ground. So I ran, crying, screaming, no, 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 no. And I was trying to put out the fire on his leg. His calf, his pants were on fire on his calf. Thank the Lord. Kind of. No, thank the Lord, but think if he were wearing pants, he was wearing brand new pants. If he weren't, he would have engulfed, because he gets oil on his pants and all that stuff, because he also kind of works with cars and mowers and all that shit. He was a mechanic before he became a welder. If they were old pants, he would have been engulfed and probably would have died that day. So my sister, when he was down, that's when my sister came out of the house, and she ran over and was stomping on his leg, putting the fire out. So I went back to the other fire on the rest of the property. And my mom and my sister, my mom was getting gallons of water because she couldn't come outside and do all that stuff because she had the disease really bad still. So she couldn't really do all that stuff very fast. So she was just getting gallons of water so we could put it out. And we eventually got it put out, and the firemen decided to show up about as soon as we got it all out. No buildings caught on fire, just my dad's leg. So they went to the ER, and he had second and third degree burns. And then he had to get like a skin graft surgery. And then, I don't know if it was from the travel there, he got the surgery, but they didn't put him on blood thinners, which after anybody gets a surgery, you're supposed to put him on blood thinners. So they didn't put him on one. And he got a blood clot, and it traveled up to his heart. So blood wasn't pumping here and up. I'm not really going to explain that night because I think my mom's going to watch this back. But he was in his chair, and then he died in 20 minutes. And I was doing CPR. So, 2 traumas in a week. He caught on fire on the 4th, and he died the 24th of February. So, a double trouble trauma. That's a Stevie Ray Vaughan joke. Double trouble trauma. Nobody's gonna know who Stevie Ray Vaughan is. Oh my god, that's horrible. Yeah. So that's basically my life. There's a lot more details to it, but you know. So I hope you all enjoyed this not edited shit video. If you did, like it. If you didn't, okay. Sorry it wasn't good enough. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. And I'm stoned, and so should you. Wait, no, I fucked that up. I'm stoned and you should be too. Bye.